you tired of writing same logic again and again in different Power App? So here you will get your solution. Hi, this is Krupali from KnowHow Academy. I welcome you all to Power App tutorial. Today in this video you will learn about the user defined function in Power App. Before going ahead in this video, let me tell you what different things you will learn in this video. First, you will learn why user defined function required. Second thing, you will learn what is user defined function in Power App. And third thing, you will learn how to create user defined function in Power App. So without delay, let's get started. So first of all, let me tell you why user defined function is required. A user defined function is required to do repetitive task without writing same code again and again. Now let me tell you the second thing. What is user defined function? A user defined function is a function which is created by the programmer or the person who is writing code in Power App to perform specific task within a program or outside the program, or you can say outside the particular Power App. So I hope you understand. Now let me tell you the practical implementation of Power App user defined function. So before making a practical demo on that, let me show you what I have developed or what you are going to develop. Here I have made one screen in Power App which is calculating the profit or loss based on cost price and selling price. So let me run and show you. See, I have entered the 300 as a cost price and 3000 as a selling price. When I click on calculate, it will calculate the profit or loss occurred and it will find the respective percentage. So here it is showing that 900% profit. Now let's say if I make it 100, then and if I press the calculate, then it is saying that loss occurred of 66.67%. Now this logic I have written using Power App user defined function. So you may question that how you can create user defined function in Power App. So let me show you that first. Let me go back to this Power App home screen. And here you need to click on more and you need to click on discover all. If you click on that and if you scroll down, here you will see function and it is in preview. So this is in preview mode, yet it is under the development. So there may be a chance you may get a preview after some days, or you may not see the preview after some days. Okay, so here by default I mark it as a pin. So by default here pin symbol is there. If you click that, here left hand side it will appear like this. So I have already pinned it. So no need to pin it again. And here you will see the function. If you click on that, here you will see the new screen where you are going to create your function. Now when we are creating a user defined function, we need to keep three things in mind. First, the name of a function, the name which is given by the user. Second thing, input parameter. That means what we are taking from the user. And third one is output parameter. That means what our function is returning to the user or what function is generating the output. So these three things you need to keep it in mind. And one more thing that you need to keep it in mind, that is the logic which you are going to write inside your user defined function. So to create a user defined function, you need to click on new function. Once you click on new function, here this small window will appear. And here you need to write a name of a function. I am writing the test demo function. You can write anything. Okay. test demo function of profit and loss, and here you can write the description. So I am writing the same description. This description is about what this function is doing. Okay, so if you left the job in the organization, and someone new came to your place, so they will get an idea that what this function is doing. So basically this is a comment you can say. Then here you need to define parameter. In parameter, two types of parameters are there. First one is input parameter and the second one is output parameter. So first you can give input parameter. So I want to calculate profit or loss based on selling price and cost price. So I am taking two things from the user. First one is cost price and the second one is selling price. So let me click on that and here you will see the first name of the parameter. So I am giving the name of the parameter is cost underscore price. Okay, here your name may not contain the special character. Okay, so cost price, and you need to give data type. So I am giving data type as a decimal. Then you need to decide your second parameter. You can create n number of input parameter. So let me select the new input parameter, that is selling price. And I am also keeping it as a decimal. Why? Because it cannot be boolean, text or anything. So these are my input parameters. Next is what is my output parameter. So I will perform some calculation on this two, price and returning the result, whether the loss or profit. And also I am returning the percentage. So input, not input, but I am creating one output parameter, that is called result, and I am keeping it as a decimal. Why? Because it is it can be a number, it cannot be a text. Then table reference. Now for example, if your data is coming from any other table, so in that case you can give the Dataverse table reference. And then you need to write the actual formula inside that. So when you are writing the logic or formula inside your user defined function, it's always start with the curly bracket. Once you start with the curly bracket, if you have mentioned the output parameter, it will show like this. Let me show you again. Now here result. So select the result. Then result contain what? So result basically it contain the profit and loss percentage. So how you can find the profit or loss percentage? So basically you need to do selling price minus cost price. Now here this name is automatically come whatever you have defined in your input parameter. So selling price minus cost price. Then whatever the cost price is there, I am dividing it by the not cost price, but whatever the result is there, I am dividing it by cost price, and then I am multiplying by 100. So I will get the percentage, and then I need to complete the curly bracket. Okay, and here you can also give the parameters. So what happened? Whatever the calculation you are going to do, that priority wise or preference wise it will perform. So first it will perform the minus operation, then it will perform the division operation, and then it will multiply the result by 100. Okay, so basically DMAS rule here it will apply, and let me click on save. But before saving, if you click on advanced option, here you will see the schema name of a table. So you can copy that schema name and paste it for a future purpose. Why? Because we will require when we are using that function in our Power App. So I copy that function and paste it in my notepad. Then what I need to do? Go again and click on the save. So your function is created. Which type of function? User defined function is created. Or you can say this is a user defined PowerFX formula which you are creating. So here you will see that test demo function. Now if you want to use that same function, or if you want to use any of the user defined function in Power App, what you need to do? So let me go to the home and open any of the Power App which I have created. So here let me click on that Power App function. Okay, so I have already created that app and I name it as a functions. So I have created one screen in Power App which is taking cost price and selling price from the user, and when I click on the calculate below, it will display the profit or loss text and it will show the respective percentage. So for that I have already taken a label and I am keeping it as a blank right now. Then what I need to do? So on calculate, on select event, I need to write some code, or I need to write my PowerFX function which I have made it. Okay, or you can say user defined PowerFX function. So here first I will take variable, and inside that variable I am writing or I am returning the result of my PowerFX function. So here I will write set, then I am giving the variable name, that is variable result. Then now what that variable will contain? That variable will contain the output which is written by my user defined function. So you know the name of the user defined function, that is schema name. But before using a user defined function, you need to add something in your data source. So here you need to click here and click on add data and search for environment. Okay, and add it. Once it is added, then and only then you will able to use user defined PowerFX function which you have created. Why? Because whatever PowerFX function you have created, or you can say whatever the user defined PowerFX function you have created, that will store under this Dataverse table environment. And then you need to write the name of that data source. Okay, so let me write environment. Then you need to write the schema name of a function. So schema name of a function that I have pasted, let me go and paste it. So that schema name already come. Otherwise what you need to do, if you write that dot and you need to search it. Okay, so you know, so if there are lots of function, it is hard to search it. Rather that we will write directly the schema name. And then what you need to do? Inside, after that you need to write the curly bracket. Okay, then after I need to write a round bracket. Then automatically whatever parameter you have mentioned, which parameter, input parameter you have mentioned, you will able to see. So cost price, so automatically parameter you need to write it in a curly bracket. Cost price, then what cost price you need to use. So I need to use the cost price as a value which is written in that text box. So this text box name is text input 1. So you need to write text input 1 dot text. Then complete the bracket. Then write the comma and write the selling price. Okay, so I need to pass the value of the second parameter. So that is text input 2. Text input 2 dot, let me write it again, 2 dot text. Then complete the bracket, complete the curly bracket and complete the bracket of the set variable. Okay, and here if you are seeing anything, that means you have written some incorrect formula. So maybe my what we can say, my bracket issue is there. So let me search and find it. So here I have removed one extra round bracket which I have written accidentally. So make sure that you write proper parameter, otherwise you will get the same error. Okay, so here now error go, and I just format the output, or you can say not output but the formula. So whatever this function is returning, that will store in this variable. Now the variable value which I want to get, that is in label. Okay, so here below this is a label, and here under that label I am writing the variable result value. Now when you write it, it will generate an error, and you can see that it is a data type of record. So if you just write dot, so you will get the result output variable, and here you will see that. Okay, now also I want to display whether the profit is occurred or loss is occurred. So for that I'll write if function. Okay, so let me write if. Then if my variable result value is less than 0, then we can say loss. Okay, otherwise we will say profit. And let me complete the bracket. And also I want to display the percentage of profit. So here I'll concatenate with the value. What the value? Variable result value dot result value. And I'll also want to display the percentage symbol. Okay, so let me just concat that percentage symbol here, and same for the loss value. So let me copy that and paste it. Okay, so let me put that space little bit after that. Okay, so here based on the value it will display whether the profit is occurred or loss. Right now it is showing profit blank percentage. Why? Because no value is there. Okay, now let me write the cost price. Let's say my cost price is 1k, and I am entering my selling price as 1100, and when I click on calculate, definitely you will see that is a profit. Why? Because my selling price is more than cost price, and here it will return the result profit 10%. Now let's say here if I am selling it in 900 and cost price is 1000, then you will see that loss occurred of 10%, right? So here you will see like that. So this way you can create user defined Power FX function in Power App, and you can use it anywhere or in any other Power App application. And also you can use this user defined Power FX formula in your Power Automate. So I hope you understand. Before completing this video, let me tell you what you have learned in this video. First thing, you have learned why user defined function is required. Second thing, you learn what is user defined function in Power App. And third thing, you learn the practical implementation of user defined function in Power App. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as a source of your IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate to the tech world. If you have any question, do not feel hesitate to reach out us. Stay curious, keep learning.